Connors, is that all right?
Yeah, that's okay.
That's all right.
What's all this about?
It's all about, you're very precious to us, Breid. And we're trying to record all these last Irish women on planet Kenya from Loreto. And you're one of them. And you're here with Philippine, the longest in the country.
Now, if I had been given a paper with the questions, I could have prepared the answers.
Yeah, but you're doing well. You can tell me
right.
when you're ready to go. Yeah, that's a,
Yeah, we're okay, good to go.
So tell me when you were born, Breid.
I was born on the 4th of March 1921.
Gosh, that's a long time ago. And what part of Ireland do you come from?
I come from the north of Ireland, County Tyrone, near the town of Omagh.
Oh, yes.
How did you know the Loreto?
How did you know the Loretos, Breid?
My aunt was the mistress, was the superior
That's right.
in the Omagh convent, which I attended as a child.
I think she was the great Mother Teresa.
Mother
was she?
Teresa, yes.
That's right. I read of her about
Yes.
her. So you knew. So did you go to Loreto yourself to school?
Yes, of course. We lived 2.5 miles away from the convent.
Only up the road.
Yes, yes. 2.5 miles.
Yeah, that is
Yes, yeah. So we went to the primary school and then to the secondary, and I was actually a boarder so that I could get to Mass every morning.
Yeah, the Mass has always been very important for you, hasn't it?
Yes,
Breid?
the Mass has always been important.
And even is. So when did you join Rathfarnham, Breid?
I think it was 1939. What?
It would have been a bit earlier. Yeah, that would be about right. 1939.
1939.
Was
Yes.
that straight after school?
I did a year in Beaufort House.
Oh, that's why you were always so good. Do you remember all the sewing you used to do and all the beautiful things you used to make? Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember
don't
it at
remember.
all. You were very good with your hands,
Yes.
Breid. So you joined the novitiate and came to Kenya when?
47, I think.
And how did you come in those days?
We came by air. No, I'm not a bit sure. We came by boat
Yeah.
and landed at Mombasa.
And Mombasa, imagine.
Yes.
And what do you remember anything about the journey, Breid?
No, it was a very ordinary journey.
So where were you sent when you came first to Kenya?
I was sent to Eldoret.
Oh yeah, what was that? Oh,
It was primary and secondary school,
boarding.
boarding and day.
Oh, it was
Yes.
days then.
Yes,
Now what did you do there?
I taught in the primary there.
Yeah.
Yes,
And you've done that for most of your life, haven't you?
I have. Yes.
When did you retire from teaching, Breid? Do you remember
when did
what
I
age you were?
I don't remember
Do you
what.
remember the last school you were in?
The
you
last
began
school I
in
was
Eldoret and you ended where up?
in Mombasa.
Tell us about Mombasa.
What could I tell you about Mombasa?
What did you teach there?
I taught in the primary school.
And what subject?
And in the primary school, you can teach all subjects.
That's right. What was
Yes.
your favourite subjects? Or were your favourite subjects?
I didn't really have any favourite subject.
You liked them all?
Yes, I did. I liked teaching.
And
There are African students in Eldoret and Mombasa, and white students.
in Eldoret, who was in the school in Eldoret when you came first in 47? What community was there? Where were the students from?
Loreto sisters.
Yeah, but where were the students from?
Oh, they were from, many of them were from Uganda.
Oh, imagine, yeah.
I think it mightn't have been so easy to get a Catholic boarding school in Uganda.
At that time, yes.
At that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Independence.
And then what happened then?
African students.
But did anything happen in Uganda that pupils stopped
Oh, a lot
coming?
of. Well, of course, we had pupils from Kenya as well.
Yeah. But what about the
But
Ugandans?
the Ugandans, yes, I think they did stop coming
And do you know why they stopped?
because they had to leave the country, to leave Uganda, really, I think.
Because what happened in Uganda?
There was some political trouble.
Yeah, so that was the end of that.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Lot of African students.
And then when you were in, what was the population of Mombasa when you were there last?
Oh, I don't.
mean, in terms of, was it white students or Asian students or Muslims or?
It was a
mainly
mixture of students.
And the majority were?
Africans, I think.
Yeah, that would be right.
Yes.
And it was a mixed school, wasn't
It was.
Boys and girls.
No, I have
Mombasa.
forgotten.
You've forgotten,
My memory
all
is
right.
very poor.
All right, Breid.
Yes.
Now, when you were in Mombasa, Breid, do you ever remember doing the Pontifical Missionary Childhood magazine?
Yes, I think I did, yes. No, but my memory is very poor.
Well, I can
I
tell
can't.
you, when I was younger, I know it was beautiful. You did a wonderful job and set it through all the dioceses,
Yes.
and you got Nuala to do artwork.
Yes.
Do you remember anything about this? Hold that up to the camera for a minute now. Just put it towards the camera. Just now. Do you remember anything about that?
Which I
Turn
don't
it
see, I
round-
can't
Turn
see.
it round and look at it.
Excuse me. Did I do I think I did that.
You did. Could you tell us
Yes.
a bit about why you did a rosary book?
I couldn't tell you, except that I wanted to promote the rosary.
And why did you want to do that, Breid? Why was the rosary important to you?
Well, it was very important in Ireland, important for my family,
Yeah.
and I think it is a very good devotion.
Yeah.
Yes, the family get together before they go, around supper time,
Yeah.
and say the rosary together.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's something you treasure a lot.
Oh yes. I had completely forgotten this.
And do you remember doing it now? Do you remember anything about it now?
No, I don't.
No.
I think it sold very well.
It did, and it's still selling well.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Yes. I'd completely forgotten about it.
But isn't this wonderful? God remembers, though, all the wonderful things you have done, Breid.
Oh.
How old are you now?
I am, 96, I think.
Irish sisters, if you remember any.
Do you remember the other Irish sisters you worked with when you were young?
Sister Teresa Joseph.
Now, my memory is very, very poor,
Yeah,
and it always was.
yeah.
I didn't do history at school because I said I won't remember any dates.
Any special memories?
Have you any special memory you treasure about your missionary years? Any big joys? What things that stick out for you?
No, I haven't, except writing these rosary books and getting them published was something that was very joyful.
Well, that's true, and it gave a lot of people joy. It was a great achievement.
If you had to live your life over again?
Oh yeah, now Breid, if you had to live your life over again, would you still be a Loreto sister?
Oh yes, I would. I don't think I would like to change my life at all. I would go through it all again.
So it has been a good life.
I was happy with it, yes.
And you have a very supportive family.
Oh yes, yes.
Do you remember them visiting you at all?
Yes, they did come when I was at Eldoret long ago.
And they came very
4 of
recently.
them are priests.
That's right.
Yeah.
3 of them are what? What kind of priests are the Breid?
What are they?
Spiritan and Dominican.
I've forgotten.
Spiritans. Holy Ghost.
Yes, they're not all the same. Yes,
3 are Holy Ghost.
3 are Holy Ghost.
And one
yes.
is
Dominican. I have forgotten.
Dominican, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dominican,
Do you
yes.
love our African children, Breid? Did you love them?
Oh, of course I did.
What did you find good about them?
Obedience.
They were very obedient for one thing,
Yes.
and they were cooperative.
Yeah, isn't that lovely?
Yes,
Lovely
and they appreciated anything that was done for them, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And
That's-
you must have prepared many for First Holy Communion
Oh,
through
yes.
the years.
Yes, it did in
Didn't you?
Eldoret.
Yes. From Eldoret right down. I
Right
think.
down here
Yeah.
to Valley Road, to
Yeah.
Missingari,
Gary, that's right.
Mombasa
That's
and
right.
Valley Road.
That's right. All our
Yes.
private schools, you worked there
Yes.
for many years.
Yes.
Breed.
I think that's as good as we could get.
Now I've told you enough.
You have.
Tell me your name, Sister
Malia.
Malia.
Yeah.
And were you the 10th vocation in Kenya? Or were you
I
the
was
first?
the first.
The first Loreto
And,
vocation?
then Virginia second.
Second,
So we were two.
two. And how did you come to know the Loreto sisters?
I was in Kiambu. They organized me for teacher training.
Very good,
So I became a teacher.
very good.
And when I was there, I fell in love with them.
With the Loreto sisters?
Yes.
Very good.
And I asked them that they can allow me to join them.
And
And
what made you fall in love with the Loreto sisters?
God wanted me. I could feel the problem in my heart
But all
to
these
do
sisters,
something. And when I said I want to join them, the problem here disappeared.
but all these were Musungus, no?
Yes, they were.
But that didn't bother you?
No,
No.
I went.
You felt the call?
My father found it very hard that I'm going to join European, but after a while he forgot it.
And what was the story of the dowry?
The story of the dowry was there.
Had he paid a dowry for you or to somebody?
He did. I think somebody gave me money and I sent it to them,
I see,
and they paid the dowry to that person.
I see.
Mm.
And then you had to reverse that, was it?
What
you
what
get
do
your
I
money back?
reverse? No,
No?
I gave it
To the man?
to my people,
I see.
and then they gave to the man.
I see.
Mm.
But then you didn't marry him?
No, here I am.
Yes, exactly. You,
I was giving him the money so that he can forget
or to
the
forget you.
desire to marry me.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if I get a book, I will read it. If I get a directory book, I will read and I can teach.
do you have any special memory of
what?
all those years? Any
No,
special thing that's happened?
they go.
They go.
Mm.
Okay. And were your family happy with your vocation?
They accepted. After a while, my father found it very hard because there was a man I had planned to marry, and I've decided to go away.
And your
And
mother?
my father didn't like it very much.
I see.
So he kept asking why I went, what happened. And after a while, he began now to find out how to pay the man.
I see.
And somebody in Loreto organized it
I see.
and paid him.
And your mother and your brothers and sisters?
They were there. No, this man was paid from Loreto.
I see.
It's something I collected
Very good.
and I passed on to them.
And what is the happiest moment of your life?
Being a Loreto is my happiest
Very good.
at this moment.
Wonderful.
Mm.
And you have seen Mosangari grow and all the other schools?
Songari has grown, and I have worked in a number of places. In Tanzania, in Uganda, in Eldoret, in many places I worked.
And did you know Wangari Maathai?
I have heard of her, but I don't remember her. Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah.
And do you know that Loreto have educated about 500,000 African girls?
They have, because they have this school, they have Kiambu school, they have Eldoret school,
That's right.
and they have Matunda school.
Matunda.
So they have done
That's a lot.
a lot. Mombasa, they have.
Did you
Okay.
ever teach in Matunda?
Yes, I taught in Matunda, but I was distracted in Matunda by the Catholic Church because they wanted me to teach the catechism. We have it in the books. So I went around teaching the people in this catechism, and then I came across something from your body, from somebody's body comes out.
I see. And when do you remember any of the old Irish sisters from the beginnings?
They came here and they stayed, and now they are in a picture somewhere. And they after a while they went.
I see.
Yeah,
Do you
but a number, some were left here. They decided to stay.
Do you remember Sister Teresa Joseph?
Yeah, she was here and she went.
She went. Very good. And many of them are now in St. Austin's. No, they've gone to God.
No, they have gone to Ireland.
Ireland, I see.
Yes, not St. Austin.
Wonderful.
A good number, not very many, but a good number in St. Austin.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you've told us all the things we need to know. And we've been able to record you.
Yeah.
So this is marvelous. Thank you very much.
So now, and I'm very happy
Good.
with them, whatever they did for me.
Wonderful.
Yeah, especially that training, in religious training in Kiambu and here. I learned it.
To be a teacher.
And I was very happy.
Fantastic. Marvelous. That's great.
Yeah,
That's all
I
we
am happy with the Loreto sisters.
Very good.
They told me to think of my thoughts and use them.
Very good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we're very grateful also.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. So that's the end of the interview. You've told us everything now that we needed to know. Marvelous. Thank you so much. Okay.